Hi guys, so today I'm going to show you how to do skeleton makeup that is loosely based off of Lady Gaga's Born This Way look. I just looked at a picture of her makeup and pretty much just took inspiration from it. Didn't copy it exactly, but pretty much just made my own version of skeleton makeup. So I hope you enjoy this video. This is perfect for parties, for Halloween, anything really. This is kind of an odd time to be uploading it, but it's really old footage, and I just thought that I'd make use of it. Anyway, so I'm just applying the Illamasqua Skin Base that I showed you a few slides before, and it's my favorite white foundation ever, and I'm just layering it in multiple layers on my skin using both my fingers and just kind of a foundation brush. I feel like that you get the most clear opaque coverage with both those mediums involved. You may have a little bit of streaking just because that it is, it's white foundation and it doesn't blend into your skin perfectly, and, as usual foundation does, even if you get marks with regular foundation brushes and your fingers and stuff, you really can't tell. But as you can see, when I zoom in a little bit closer, you can see a few streak marks, but that shouldn't be a problem, especially when you set it. So just keep applying, keep applying. But yeah, so definitely if you're looking for a good white foundation, the Illamasqua Skin Base, and I don't know what color it was, but I will put it in the description box, is the way to go. It's a little bit expensive, but it's the way to go. Also, if you're really, really pale and you need to mix in with your normal foundation, it's awesome. And so now I'm just going to take some flour, and yes, flour. It does work though, I promise. And I'm going to take some flour, and if you happen to have white foundation or really translucent, white powder or translucent powder, it would work. However, all my translucent powders that I have are always still a little bit nude toned. However, if you don't have any of those things and you're doing this really DIY, flour is definitely the way to go. It also, surprisingly enough, gives a little bit of coverage too. I don't know. I love using flour for this. Once I was doing this for Halloween and I didn't have any powder and I was like, oh no. So I just needed to use flour and it totally worked. So that's all that I use now. Anyway, now I'm just taking my regular powder. It's actually a few shades darker than my regular powder. And I'm just applying it to the hollows of my cheeks and a little bit under my chin and on my temples. This is just going to give a little bit of a contour. And next I'm just applying some, I used Carbon by MAC. It's like a black matte shade, but when I blend it out it looks grayish, and that's what we want. So if you have a gray shade, that'll probably work too, but I just like using the black. And I'm just blending it out right here. I'm going to apply it under the chin and on the temples as well. Next I'm just going to take some gel liner and I'm going to start outlining the design, or the skeleton rather. And so I'm starting with the nose, and pretty much you just want to cover your whole nose in it and trace it first, and then make two little points at the top like it's kind of broken, like a broken skeleton. But anyway, yeah. And then you're going to fill it in afterwards, and so on. And right here, I just made a circle around the eyes and the eyebrows. I personally didn't tape them, glue them down or use any spirit gum or anything, because I just didn't have it at that point. This is just kind of me being really bored one day and wanting to film myself doing skeleton makeup on myself and then walking around the house with it the entire day. So I didn't have any spirit gum or any glue, but personally, I don't necessarily think you need it. I mean, for the optimum professional level on this, you probably should. But if you're just doing this, for Halloween kind of low-key, then I wouldn't, use anything. But anyway, now I'm just outlining it and just making cracks throughout the face, and now I'm doing the jaw outline. And the jaw is definitely the hardest part. So you're gonna have to have some practice with this. And I'm sorry my camera is so annoying and orange, and it's just camera. I love that camera so much, but that is the only part of it that I really don't like. And I'm just tracing that jaw all the way over to the mouth, and I'm gonna kind of make like a C shape with that line right there. Just kind of covering the mouth, but leaving enough room to put some teeth there later. And as you can see, I just filled in the nose and the eyes and the jaw and just made a few little strokes and such. Yeah. So I'm just going to fill it in a little bit more where you can't see any spots or spaces or anything, and it just looks like black and like it's supposed to be there. And just sharpen up any lines that you need to with the liner, and yeah. Next I'll be using Carbon by MAC, just a matte black eyeshadow, and I'm going to start setting all the kind of big spaces. Like the little lines you don't need to set, but the big spaces like the eye sockets and the nose and the jaw, I'm going to start setting. And I'm also going to take that black shadow and I'm going to start blending out that gel liner. And since the gel liner is, it's kind of a cream anyway, and it still hasn't dried properly yet, it's going to be really, really easy to blend out, especially when you have a little bit of that shadow to aid it. It's going to look amazing underneath the white. It's just going to look so awesome. And you don't want to blend it out too much, or else you will just look like a ghost and you won't look like a skeleton. Anyway, now I'm just putting in some more of that white foundation and just using them as little highlight spots. So anywhere that you think you need a little highlight, add it. And this is where I would advise you to look at a picture at the end of this, just to see, you know, where you should put the highlights. You can kind of review what I did. And so I just put them on the tops of the nose, pretty much in between any black spaces, outlining any black lines that you see, any cracks, anything pretty much. Just kind of go around things and make them pop just a little bit, you know. Just look at a picture if you want to know more what I'm talking about. Next I'm just going to fill in the lips just a little bit more, and I'm going to blend that white all the way out into the black and make it really smoky and leave enough room for the teeth to come in. And now I'm going to start drawing the teeth, and pretty much all I'm going to do is just take, you can take an angle brush and the gel liner, but I'm just going to take liquid eyeliner. This is a waterproof one, and so it works very well. But again, I just did this next line in a gel liner just so you can see what it looks like. And just pretty much make lines, press down a little bit harder and then press down a little bit later and drag them down pretty deeply. Ooh, and now I'm done, yay! As you can see, I just filled in the rest of the teeth and stuff, so, and I provided a few pictures for you at the end so you can reference them as well. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it.